What up, what up, what up? It's your boy ARP. Rabbit Entertainment is the movement, back with another blog for y'all. Off rip, I want to give a big salute and shout out to everybody that supported the Ladies and Gents event. First topic I want to talk about real quick. I do want to say this to the battlers, and I also try to take my own fucking advice. On stage, we got to do our best to make sure we pick our moments for discrepancies. You know what I'm saying? We have to remember that this is a live production. Even the final edit, we probably was running like 4 or 5 cameras in the building. You got all these effects and graphics that get edited into these videos, and we drop them on YouTube and they live forever. When there are discrepancies on stage, we have to try to address those things as much as possible in between rounds. You know what I'm saying? When we all get to fussing with each other right there in the midst of the moment, you know, you got to remember, like, the footage lives forever. Things like time limits or this person was bumping me or whatever. You know, you see this shit in RBE's footage for years. I could just go to our previous event with Math and Sirius, right? I think Sirius did a movement and he had his towel in his hand, and the towel hit the back of Math's head, and Math turned to me and was like, yo, he touched me or something. Maybe he didn't know it was his towel or something like that. And he was like, yo, he touched me. And I'm pretty sure I mumbled to Math. You could probably see it in the footage. We'll speak about it between rounds. We'll address it between rounds. Because when the footage gets edited between rounds, y'all don't see that part. You know what I'm saying? We're able to cut all the bullshit out. Whatever problems that we have, let's argue about it then. These 1SK battlers did more promoting than some big names that we've worked with before. Real talk. And league owners pay attention to shit like that. Unless your name alone carries sales, and there's not a lot of battlers like that. I mean somebody that no matter who they're battling, when they're battling, what platform, what card, what month of the year, whether they lost their last battle or not, doesn't matter. There's only a few people like that where you say their name no matter what, streams, tickets, sold off the shelf. If you're not at that level in the game, your ability to rap, your skills, your promotion, your presence, your image, all of that comes together to create your sale. Battlers that just show up to rap and that's it, those days are kind of dead. Like, league owners have caught up at this point and they fully realize how important promotion is. We pay attention to that when it's time to make those phone calls. Who's doing blogs, who's doing interviews, who's constantly putting shit on their Instagram for us, who's on Facebook and Twitter going at their opponents and creating narratives and storylines and making it interesting. We pay attention to all that shit. Even when you don't think that we're seeing it, we're seeing it. One of us is seeing the shit. Somebody's paying attention to it. So shout out to y'all for that. Yoshi is a pretty good promoter. She's out there. She's controversial. J2 obviously is controversial. J2 went first. A lot of crazy bars. He was shaking the room at times. Yoshi came right after, doing what she does, shaking the room at times as well. That was a great 1SK battle. Salute and shout out to y'all. Yo, Lady J is an aggressive battler, you know what I mean? And she's got bars and she's got stage presence. Like, she's got that believability factor. You know what I mean? I fuck with Lady J heavy. Young Smurf did his thing. I think he still needs to be a little bit more seasoned in his delivery and how he commands his presence on stage. Floss the Boss versus Blue Cocaine. This was a solid battle. Floss doing what Floss does. There's Raw right here, actually. Yo, Raw, I'm actually shooting a blog right now, man. And I got and I got you on speaker.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's good? Everything good with you, though?
Yeah. I was just trying to touch base with you and return your phone call. I know we was both doing our own thing last night. You know what I'm saying? So we ready to touch base.
Nah, definitely. You know I got you. As soon as I cut this camera off, I'm gonna hit your line. Alright, my nigga. I might not even cut that out just to keep it organic. Like, fuck it. We didn't even talk about last night yet, so I probably will leave this in the footage to show y'all that this is just all my opinions of getting on camera and recapping the battles or whatever. I did not speak to Raw about last night yet, so I will be keeping that in the footage just to show y'all that. But yeah, solid battle from these two. Floss, very energetic guy. We seen that in his talent years ago, back to when we launched our Validation Pound Small Room series. You know what I'm saying? Floss has been on RBE, you know, for a while. Like, he's got like 7 battles on RBE or some shit. And as for Blue Cocaine, big salute and shout out to Hart as well. 3-round battle on one of the biggest battle rap platforms in the world. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of fucking pressure. And let's get rid of the rumors right now. I'll address it. You know what I mean? It was cool and all fun or whatever leading in. Even Blue was turning it into promotion. She was doing videos and tweets and all that shit. Talking about like I must be fucking the league on all that shit because she skipped the 1SKs. How did she skip the 1SK? Let's answer that once and for all. Let's put it to rest. We wanted a 7th 3-rounder on the card. I put out a tweet that said, if you're local to Atlanta or in Atlanta, DM me on IG. She was one of the people that hit me up. I clicked her foot, and I almost never do this because in situations like that, it would normally be a 1SK and you would be going through Lawrence. But we wanted another 3-rounder, so that's why I stepped in looking for an up-and-comer. I also wanted another girl that kind of didn't have a face like that in the culture. And where we're trying to put a good spotlight on the women for this particular moment of the year, it's like coming with a new face is a good statement. I never met Blue a day in my life until the face-offs. You know what I mean? And neither did Shata, and neither did Lawrence. So, nah, she didn't fuck anybody from RBE to get a fucking battle. You know what I mean? Like, God forbid. If you gotta fuck for battles in this sport, I know this sport. You know, it's much smaller than it's perceived to be. So if you gotta fuck to get battles, then you probably got no talent at all. And Blue obviously got a shitload of talent. For example, I could pick up the point in her 3rd round. It felt like it was like midway through where she started to freestyle. She lost her shit. And without stopping and getting your shit back and just going straight into freestyle and finishing a round like that, not a lot of people could do that. That's the natural talent that I saw when I decided to have her in a 3-round on this card. Next battle, Hart, Melato Black. Ugh. Yo. I'm gonna start with Melato Black. This is one of those battles on the card where we got a lot of feedback for Melato being an underdog. This is RBE for years. And it's like, why do we have to keep showing and saying this shit? This is what we do. The reason why we have brought so much innovation to the game and we've accidentally created so many great moments in battles is by taking risk. Not following no formula, man. I don't give a fuck if you lost your last battle. Y'all do. Y'all do. Not all of y'all. A lot of y'all do. That's typical. But that's the difference between me and a typical person. I'm not a typical person. My mind isn't typical. Shot the Big Ant Lawrence, their minds isn't typical. It's rare breed thoughts. Like RBE or Rare Breed wasn't created as a battle rap platform. It was created as a mentality way before RBE as a battle rap stage existed. If Melato can't get an Hart, then Oops can't have a classic battle with Old Red or Daylight, where Old Red, one of the best lyricists ever in battle rap, is on stage in the footage saying up to that point, Oops probably was his hardest competition ever. Moments like that don't happen if you think typical. If you just care about somebody's last battle only, Math doesn't have arguably his best performance ever versus Hollow because he's fresh off a choke in every round versus Av. Shit, past just individual battles, you never even get the blood, sweat, and tears concept as a full card pushed into battle rap. Shout out to Melato Black. You know, she definitely almost got overwhelmed in the moment as soon as the battle started. And that's the position that we put people in. We put you right in the deep water. And what do people say about Melato? Her fucking pen. Her 2nd round too, it's like, yeah, that's a testament to the capabilities of a matchup like that. Hart. Hart, man. Yeah, like the people that put her on the female battle rap Mount Rushmore and got her in all types of top 10s, man and woman, and want to see her with niggas as dangerous as like a Danny Myers or Old Red and all that shit. It's gonna happen. Like these are gonna start picking those battles up. I promise you, with Hart, RBE as well. Her pen, her delivery, her performance, her stage presence. And she's a small woman, but her stage presence and the believability that comes with it is ridiculous. She will embarrass a lot of niggas. Yo, Hart is so fucking this is nothing new. We all know this. This is why Melato was such a heavy underdog, because we know Hart's capabilities. And I guess I'm just saying all of that to say it was good to see her put that on display for her RBE debut. Shooney the Rapper versus Old Red. Shooney was another underdog on the card leading in, but Shooney does her thing. She's been on RBE before versus QB. We know what she's capable of even before her QB battle. Obviously, everybody knows who Shooney the Rapper is. She's aggressive, she got stage presence, she got bars. Love seeing Shooney touch that stage, man. Can't wait to see her back on RBE as well, because she put on. She lived up to expectation. But you're also standing in front of one of the best rappers in the culture, which is Old Red. You know, even to battle Old Red is an opportunity for a lot of people. And everybody talking about Old Red's last battle versus Danny Myers. My mind doesn't go there. We already went through that topic, but I'll be a little bit more detailed real quick. Every time Old Red is on RBE, he gives ridiculous performances. That's what my mind goes to. And if y'all guys start to pay attention, fuck it, we already in the middle of a new topic, I guess. If y'all start to pay attention, people that are smarter than typical, or if you're in the know, like certain bloggers or media or league owners or battlers, you understand that the situation matters as well. What's the situation? The situation could be the business. You know, the situation could be the rapport between the league owner and the battler. It could be how long the battle was booked. And I know all those things because I'm involved in them. You know what I mean? And this is why every time I see Old Red on RBE, he kills shit. So I'm paying attention to his J Murder performance, his Show Up performance, his Big K performance, his Oops performance. And that's what he did with Shooney. This motherfucker went wild. You know what I mean? Third round, crazy. A lot of personals. Very entertaining battle. Click play immediately. Rosenberg Raw versus T-Rex. Let's address the time limits first, because I'm seeing things go out into the public from the battlers. They're talking. They got interviews and tweets or whatever that's going out. Bloggers are talking, media is talking, fans are talking. You know, 9 times out of 10, nobody knows more than the league owner. And the reason being is because the league owner knows both battler sides and the business and the contract and everything. There's even times where the battler don't understand the contract because they just sign it. They don't read it. Time to get a deposit, just sign it. If I ask a battler right now, I could call so many battlers right now and ask them, did you know that this was in your contract? They wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? Because they just signed their contract. But we know our contracts. We know our business. We know all of our terms. And we know the conversations and the situations on both sides. The battler don't know what's going on over here or vice versa. But we do. This is why the league owner almost always knows everything of the situation. Am I going to talk about everything on this camera right now? No, of course not, because there's no need to. You know what I mean? I got a lot of respect for T-Rex. I got a lot of respect for Rosenberg Raw. But I will address certain things that I feel is like damn near public knowledge to a degree. I'll address some common sense, and I'll clarify some stuff for Rare Breed Entertainment. First thing is time limits. Just to be clear, and you should be able to see this in our channel, you should be able to see this in our battles. We almost never book 2-minute battles, okay? Use your minds, pay attention. There's a few people that's catching on before I'm even saying what I'm about to say right now because they're behind the scenes and they know the culture. There are certain battles and battlers that really will always fall into a 2-minute booking. I think we know who most of those battlers are. You know what I'm saying? Rex has a lot of shorter battles, and he's very strong in shorter battles. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't book Rex for 5-minute rounds. I don't think I've ever seen him in 5-minute rounds. A whole battle, 3-rounder for 5 minutes each. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't seem to be his style like that. I might call Mook for that. I wouldn't call Big K for a 3-rounder, and each round is 5 minutes. I wouldn't call maybe, you can see my fucking point. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's not taking nothing away from Rex. You know what I mean? Like, I do want to clear that up because some of that is now coming to me publicly that it's not a money thing. You know what I'm saying? At all. And that's not to sound big-headed or arrogant or nothing like that at all. You know, I think the public already at this point believes that we can afford good situations or to make situations right or the right way, because we've already gone to the top of the mountaintop and down. You know what I mean? When it comes to financing. So it's not a money thing. You know, in a booking like that, what happens is you discuss price first and opponents and dates and shit like that. That gets agreed upon. So that's done, and then we discuss time limit. And this battle, I don't have a problem with it. This battle, I don't have a problem with it. The league doesn't have a problem with it. It's done now. Everything else is finished. You know what I'm saying? All of that was actually done in the Ill Will battle. Okay? But we contract our business in a way where if you miss a battle, you know, based on how the situation went down, and everything was clean and respectful between RBE and T-Rex, as you guys saw, coming off of the Ill Will situation. We fuck with Rex behind that shit. Very professional, held us down. It's a big salute and shout out to Rex for that. All that business carries forward. That's how we contract. We just carry it forward. So even the time limit itself it didn't have to be a new discussion. It wasn't a new discussion. There was never a new contract, because that's how we already contract. If a battle is missed, everything moves forward. So I want to clarify that for people that's asking questions in that type of respect. I was not involved in the private conversation that I think they're both mentioning that they had. I kind of understand the gist of it, you know what I'm saying, about the time limits, like kind of like a forewarning or whatever. I don't like to see us all up there possibly ruining battles or ruining footage like that. I think there's points on both sides that are very respectable. I respect the positions that Raw has, and I respect the positions that Rex has. You know what I mean? And at that point, there's really not much else to be said in my position. On paper, you know, Rex is being professional. He can stick to a time limit, and there's nothing that should have to stop him from that. That's fine. That's why if somebody asks for a clock to come out, we will abide by the contract, because it's stated like that in the contract. We will be fair and do that. You know what I'm saying? But if there was also a conversation, you know, there's a lot of shit that supersedes contracts simply because it's some man-to-man or some real shit. You know what I mean? Our contracts say that Rex could have had a big problem with RBE behind the Ill Will battle, but real nigga shit between me and him came in, and then the contract goes out the window. I always say it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And we have a lot of situations like that. Y'all seen me go on stage and publicly hold down people that have missed RBE battles because the situation was honorable. It was real nigga shit. You know what I mean? If you stab us in the back, or you fuck us over, or you play with us, then you might get a different type of response, but it's going to be deserved. But if you give us the respect and the honor that we've earned and we deserve as a business and as men, we're going to return it. We're going to give it back. So him missing the Ill Will battle because we handled it like real niggas was returned. Fuck the contract. So I don't know. I made that point, obviously, if you're keeping up. I don't know how that conversation might have translated in both Raw and Rex's head when they had it. And like I said, when I speak to both of them, you know, that would be maybe something we could chop up, and even I can understand it, you know what I mean? Not like I have to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to. Like, I'm past the situation at this point. QB versus Chayna Ashley. This was a solid battle. I did see a little bit of that around Chayna coming in as well, even though recently she's been on her shit, but, oh, well, she choked, well, this happened, whatever. Nope. Chayna Ashley's debut, she put on. Thank you, Chayna Ashley, for showing up and putting on for the fans like that. She is one of the biggest names in female battle rap. QB, I consider RBE to be her home platform, and I don't really even care about the home league shit anymore. That was really built up for defensive type of politic and chess moves years ago. We're not gonna ever do anything to try to purposely mess up QB. Chayna Ashley, this is her first time ever on RBE. I never had a relationship with Chayna like that. This is our first time ever really talking. You know what I'm saying? To set this battle up and get together and make this moment. It's our first time ever really talking. A battler that has a just cause gets addressed. You know, even at a worst case scenario of possibly some rounds getting affected. But I still think all in all, it was a good battle. Charlie Clips versus Phara Funeral. We was bugging. We already spoke earlier about us putting battlers in those type of opportunities and positions. And that's not to take nothing away from Phara Funeral, because on the female side of shit, fuck female side of shit. Battle rap, period. She's a star. Can't take it from her. Like Clips and Phara was promoting going in, it's a potential 1 million view battle simply because of who they both are. Then if they deliver on top of that and have the replayability factor, yeah, it's a 1 million view battle. That's what they both can bring to the table in a given situation. They both were smart enough to know that. Phara, rebuttals or freestyle? Okay, I see you. 3 wicked rounds. You know what I mean? Complete rounds. Wasn't no third round problem and nothing like that, of which I was all expecting and no shit like that. Nope. Phara on her shit. Taking advantage of this type of position, opportunity, moment, battle, matchup. Yes. Big salute and shout out to Phara Funeral for doing her thing. Charlie Clips. I don't even remember if Charlie Clips freestyled or rebuttaled, which says a lot. 3 written, prepped, dedicated, direct rounds for Phara Funeral. We spoke earlier in this blog about how some of these situations build up to creating moments like that. So when we announce a Charlie Clips and everybody says, damn, is he gonna freestyle the whole battle? I'll be like, first of all, our contracts don't even allow you to freestyle the whole battle. Charlie Clips wouldn't even get all his money if he freestyled the whole battle. Just being real at this fucking point. I try to be quiet when these announcements come and we just let the promotion and the battles do their thing. Now that it's over, like, I gotta say some shit like, Clips can't even freestyle 3 rounds on RBE, even if he wanted to. Well, he could, unless he didn't want all his money. Let's just be real about these situations. Then you factor in the fact that we fuck with each other. I got a lot of respect for Charlie Clips, and he has the same for myself and RBE. You know what I mean? Like, Charlie Clips is not a cheap guy. Charlie Clips carries himself in a manner where he's not going to walk away with the type of check that RBE would cut him and then come in here and just freestyle for 3 rounds with Phara for a co-main event. Charlie Clips is a good businessman. He's a good person in general. You see him fucking people over and not taking battles serious on RBE when you think that it's a big promoted situation. Like, why would he do that? Why would he do that to RBE? Why would he ruin our relationship like that? Why would he fuck up Phara's opportunity like that? Why would he jeopardize his own bag like that? Just go around the board. And it all makes sense for him to deliver a good performance. You know what I mean? Then you get Hitman jumping in. You get John jumping in. You get, he had another personal type of 3rd round the way that O-Red did. Click play. But Phara Funeral, man, y'all would say she's back. I would say she never left, because you gotta think past somebody's last performance. If you're only gonna go off of somebody's last performance, then we might as well start keeping an official record of every battle. And we're not doing that, obviously. And I don't think the battlers would really like that. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna lose 50% of the matchups, because there's always gonna be a loser, right? So then if you lose, you're off the fucking market. Like, you can't be on the next card or the card after that. You gotta miss 3 cards straight. When do you rebound? When do you have an opportunity to get back on your shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody's got to take these risks. Somebody's got to take these dares. Last but not least, Ill Will versus Chef Trez. It was crazy. The freestyle factor was dead. The rebuttal factor was dead. So the 3 of them things, signature was on full display. Chef Trez went crazy. He went crazy. I see a lot of people talking about, you know, this is his first main event or something like that. I mean, it doesn't matter for us in retrospect to what other platforms do. You know what I mean? That part of it doesn't matter. What matters for us is the fact that we just feel like we're doing another situation that's deserving. That's the way we look at it. That's the way we see it. Like, we saw that matchup, and despite all the talent on this card, we like that matchup to headline or to be at the top of the flyer. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, even if you're at the top of the flyer, it doesn't mean that you're the best battle of the night. You know what I mean? Like, on our last card, people were saying Oops and Emerson Kennedy was the best battle of the night. It's not even the highest viewed battle to be released off of that card yet. You know what I'm saying? So that shit in reality terms doesn't really matter, but I understand promotion and marketing and also putting battlers in a certain light of how the response and the fans and the culture is going to view you and look at that moment and analyze that moment. So from that respect, it's deserving that Chef Trez is in the main event to us personally because of his talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, first time I ever seen him was versus Craig Lamar, and I came away from that battle saying these two motherfuckers is crazy. That's when we started to work with Craig Lamar. Didn't have an opportunity to work with Chef Trez. We spoke before, like years ago. Like, we spoke a couple of times for battles. One of the battles we spoke about a while ago was versus Saya, and at the time it just didn't work out. I think it was the timing or something like that, or if it was going to be a 1-rounder or a 3-rounder, and that was probably like 3 years ago or some shit. Now on Ill Will's side, we have to cut the shit at this point and make sure that when we talk about the best battle rappers in the game, that Ill Will's name is on that list. I don't care if you're talking about a top 5 or top 10. At this point, he's done enough to show who the fuck he is and what he does, what he's capable of. For example, too, which is just wild to me, you know, behind the scenes, Ill Will has some shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had a bunch of shit that was just popping up and happening around the battle and shit. That's one of the reasons you didn't see him at the press conference on Friday. He had shit going on, man. Shit in his mind and whatnot. Trying to stay focused on the battle coming up the next day and shit. He had a moment where he shook the room, and while the crowd was responding, he walks past me and he just mumbles to me on an off day. And he keeps walking. This motherfucker. It's real shit. That's Will's capability. I wouldn't be surprised if Ill Will finished those Trez rounds within the last 24 to 48 hours, or even the day of or the night before. I wouldn't be surprised. He's a late preparer. He calls himself a procrastinator. It's true. You know what I'm saying? You'll see his Serious Jones battle, and he's got shit from the press conference the day before in his rounds. Not some shit that he put in the beginning of his round that start up and then get into his writtens, which is easier. Like shit embedded in the middle of his rounds and shit. You know what I mean? He has that type of talent, and the motherfucker don't write. He does it all up here. And I think people that are capable of writing in their heads, like the Jay-Z's and the Lil Waynes of the world, those people creatively are just next level. I think that kind of goes hand in hand sometimes. Like, the ability to fucking Rain Man like that, you know what I mean? Your creativity level is just off the charts, and Ill Will is one of those fucking aliens. Champion of the year type of situation, he's got to be in the race. But yo, man, salute to everybody once again for supporting the Ladies and Gents event. The VOD is available. Go to rarebreedent.com, click the button that says pay-per-view. That's going to be a VOD right there. If you already have your pay-per-view, the VOD is already up and running for you. You can go watch the battles again, play them back, pause them, analyze them, make sure you got your winners right, replay some of the wild moments, catch up on some of the bars you might have missed from a nigga like Old Red that got these fucking quadruple entendre ass shits or whatever, his wild ass wicked rhyming patterns and shit. Replay a nigga like that. Rewind and find is more to find. But yeah, we out of here, man. Salute, shout out to everybody. Appreciate y'all. It's your boy.